Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the corporate world so we don't have to. Today we are diving deep into Progress Software Corporation, latest filing, and let me tell you, it seems like they are getting ready to report some pretty interesting numbers. So what exactly has Progress Software Corporation been up to? Well, they have just released their financial results for the third quarter of their fiscal year, which ended on the 31st of August 2025. They are giving us a peek behind the curtain, and we are going to decode what it all means for you. Progress Software Corporation, which we will refer to as Progress for short, is a company that has been around for a while. They are involved in software and technology. And today we are looking at their current report on Form 8K. This is usually a filing that comes out when something significant happens, and in this case it's all about their financial performance. The date of this report is the 29th of September 2025, which means the information inside is very recent. This filing comes as they are announcing their financial results for the third quarter that ended on the 31st of August 2025. Progress Software Corporation stock is traded on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC under the ticker symbol PRGs. If you own shares or are thinking about investing, this information is crucial for understanding their current standing. Now, the real meat and potatoes are in what they call Item 202. This section is all about their results of operations and financial condition. Essentially, it is where they lay out how the company has been doing financially. The filing tells us they issued a press release on the 29th of September 2025 to announce these results. Think of this press release as a summary of all the key financial numbers and what Progress thinks they mean. Attached to this report is that press release as Exhibit 991. Then we have Item 701, which is about Regulation FD disclosure. This regulation is all about making sure that important company information is shared with everyone at the same time. They are also including supplemental data as Exhibit 992, which will be available on their website. This extra data likely provides more details or charts that go along with the press release. So why are these exhibits so important? Well, Exhibit 991 is the actual press release. This is where we will find the headline numbers like revenue, profit, and anything else they want to highlight. Companies often use these releases to frame their performance in the best possible light. And Exhibit 992, the supplemental data, likely includes the more detailed tables and figures. This is where we can really dig in and see the specifics behind the headlines. When we talk about financial reports, it is all about the numbers and understanding what those numbers truly represent. Finally, the report lists out all the exhibits that are part of this filing. We have the press release exhibit 991, the supplemental data exhibit 992, and even something called the cover page interactive data file. This last one is a digital filing that makes it easier for computers to read and process the information, which is becoming more and more common. Now, looking at these numbers from Progress Software Corporation for their third quarter, it is vital to understand what drives their success. They operate in the software industry, which is highly competitive. Their focus is often on providing essential business software and services that companies rely on to function. Think of it like the pipes and plumbing of a business's digital infrastructure. If those are working, companies can build their operations on top of them. So when we look at the core financial metrics reported in that press release and supplemental data, we are really trying to see two main things. First, is the company growing its business? Are its revenues increasing? Second, is it profitable? Is it making more money than it spends? For Progress Software Corporation, we are looking for trends. Did they sell more of their software or services than the previous quarter or the same quarter last year? Are they managing their costs effectively? For example, if their revenue jumps 20% but their costs jump 30%, that is not a sign of good health. It could mean they are spending a lot more to get those sales, or perhaps their underlying business model is becoming more expensive to run. We also need to consider the broader economic environment. Is the economy strong or weak? Are businesses cutting back on spending, or are they investing in new technologies? Progress Software, as a provider of business software, would likely see its performance tied to how well other businesses are doing. If businesses are booming, they are more likely to invest in software that helps them grow and operate more efficiently. If times are tough, they might hold back on new investments or look for ways to cut costs, which could impact Progress Software. Let us consider some hypothetical key numbers we might see in such a filing, although specific figures are not in this particular document. If the filing showed a 10% year-over-year revenue growth, it would suggest the company is expanding its market share or increasing prices, which is positive. However, if profit margins were shrinking, this means that while they are selling more, they are keeping less of that money as profit. This could indicate increased operational costs, more competition forcing them to lower prices or spend more on sales and marketing to achieve that growth. If we saw, for instance, that their operating expenses grew faster than their revenue, that would be a red flag indicating potential inefficiencies or an aggressive investment strategy that has not yet paid off. What we are trying to do here is look beyond the press release, S positive spin. We want to see if the numbers truly reflect a healthy, growing, and sustainable business. Are they investing wisely in research and development to stay ahead of competitors? Are they successfully integrating any new acquisitions? Are they managing their debt obligations responsibly? These are the questions that Warren Buffett himself would ask. He would look at the balance sheet for signs of financial strength or weakness, like a very high debt-to-equity ratio, which could signal a risky financial structure. Ultimately, this filing serves as an important update. It is a snapshot of Progress Software Corporation's performance at a specific point in time. We have seen they have released their financial results for the third quarter of 2025. This includes a press release and supplemental data which will give us the specific numbers to analyze. Now, looking at these results more broadly, Progress Software Corporation appears to be navigating the competitive software landscape. Their focus on core business solutions suggests a stable revenue stream, as businesses generally need these essential tools. However, as with any company in the technology sector, staying innovative and adapting to market changes is paramount. A key risk would be a shift in technology trends that makes their current offerings less relevant or the emergence of a disruptive competitor. On the opportunity side, if Progress Software can continue to expand its customer base and successfully introduce new products or services that meet evolving business needs, it is well positioned for continued growth. The supplemental data likely holds clues about which specific product lines are performing best and where future investment might be directed. My overall take is that Progress Software Corporation is focused on delivering value through its software solutions. They are providing the technological backbone for many businesses. The key for them will be consistent execution of their strategy and staying agile in a rapidly changing tech world. We will be keeping a close eye on their future filings to see if these trends continue. Alright, that is our breakdown of Progress Software Corporation's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company? Future. Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.